On the anniversary of the memorial, there are so many people who still don't know about it. We need to tell them about the memorial, get them to come visit, and get them to come get the feeling of peace and serenity that comes from hearing that water run. When I get out of my vehicle in the parking lot, as I turn the corner around the front of my truck, I can hear that water. And it brings out emotions that you can't bottle up. Everything has to come out here.
A ceremony honoring donors and their families marked the 20th anniversary of the National Donor Memorial in Richmond, Virginia.
Just the beauty and the serenity here to the memorial is a gift. It's a gift back to the donor families who have given great gifts to many others.
So standing in this space, standing in this sort of hallowed ground is so incredibly amazing, because not just as a recipient, that is obviously very personal and very deep. And as I see my donor's name here, that reminds me of who I was before that moment. But also just as a human, knowing that so many people, so many families said yes to donation, and so many families want to see donation happen and want to continue to push the mission of UNOS forward.
Donor mother and wife Danetta Quills-Reese, along with First Lady of Virginia Suzanne Yunkin, were the honored speakers for the event, with introductory remarks by UNOS CEO Maureen McBride.
Just so excited to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the National Donor Memorial that honors our country's organ and tissue donors. My name is Maureen McBride, and I am honored to be the CEO of UNOS. 2 decades ago, members of our national community came together to make this memorial possible. And when I say they made it possible, I mean that quite literally. This memorial was designed by architects, contractors, and a group of volunteers. I'm honored that the memorial's architect, Chris Foltz, and one of our volunteers, Peggy Schaefer, are both here today.
And people come here from, I'm sure, all over the country and possibly all over the world to recognize the uniqueness of the lives that are represented in this memorial. Lives that are honored with names that represent different cultures and different backgrounds, and the rich tapestry of diversity that is emblematic of this most wonderful, wonderful charity.
I lost my 13-year-old daughter, Danny, and I lost her in 2007. She was 13 years old, and then 10 years later, I lost my husband, Mike. When I visit that memorial and I read those names, and I'm encompassed around that room of names, I realize that I'm not alone in my journey. And I'm comforted by that. Then as I enter the garden and I see the row of trees and the flowers blooming in the spring, I realize that the ultimate recycling project is taking place. And that the gift of healing and the gift of life is taking place. And that's all made possible by our donor family members.
And once again, thank you all for being here to honor not just the organ and tissue donors of the last